New moon blessings to everybody. I thought I'd do a video for you as it is new moon. And this particular new moon, or for me, is kind of about reflecting. And there was something, a message that came through to me, I think it was yesterday, about something that's hidden within you, or something that you're not seeing or not able to catch, but is like a missing piece to the puzzle in you moving forward, or setting an intention for where you want to go, what you want to do. But this was about something that's hidden. You can't see it from a particular direction or point of view that you're in at the moment. It has to be reflected back at you, which is going to be reflected back at you from the words of somebody else, or the actions of somebody else, or even in your words given to somebody else, if that makes sense. So if there's something that you're like, why aren't I getting this? What is the universe trying to tell me here and I'm not getting it? If you're in that kind of zone, then listen to the words that people are speaking to you, and listen to the words that you are speaking to other people, because there are keys in there about what is hidden that you are wanting to know. Now, it's interesting because new moon, we always say, it's time to set new intentions, blah, blah, blah. However, this particular moon, I'm feeling more an energy of sitting and enjoying the flowers. We're constantly in this state of like, we have to keep growing, If you're not changing something, then you're accepting it, kind of thing. And we're in this kind of zone of like, everything has to be changed all the time. You're in a relationship or something, oh, it's getting stagnant, I have to change, I have to leave, or my job's getting boring or whatever, I have to leave, I have to move, I have to do something grand. It doesn't always have to be like that. And it's not consistent, it's not sustainable to live in an energy of constantly growing. It has to be a cycle. And it's a cycle of, a change happens. You have to adjust to that change. That takes time. That can be difficult sometimes as well, especially if the change wasn't what you wanted. And then when you have adjusted to those changes, then you get into more of like a stagnant energy, or, just things ticking along. It's at that point there where you need to be grateful and enjoy what you've got. So those changes, what it's brought for you, just sit back. What's your environment like? What is going for you? What looks good for you? What makes you feel happy in this moment of time? Instead of like, oh, I'm getting too comfortable here, I need to move, I need to change, I have to keep growing, I have to keep developing and enlightening myself. No, just stay, just enjoy. And in that enjoyment, it will reflect back at you. Okay, is there any part of this that maybe you're missing right now, or that would enhance this particular situation? So that's what we're going to look at today, is like what in your life at this time is going to enhance your situation. Oh, we have two cards that came out: Maple Spirit and Moonlight Enchantment, Generosity and Magic. What are the numbers? 23 and 25. Okay, so they're quite close together. So the magic for you around this new moon is in your generosity. It's in your ability to be generous with your time, with your energy. There's something potentially about family here. Whenever I see trees, it always makes me think of community and family. So there's something about you that brings a lot of magic to the people in your life. And it's important to understand that now, over the next 2 weeks, you are starting to develop that magic. You're going to start to see things bloom. This new moon is around Imbolc. So Imbolc is at the weekend. And Imbolc is a time of the goddess stirring. It's the awakening of the earth. Things are going to start to bloom from this point. You're going to start to see flowers and things, although some have already started popping up. But there's a little bit of something's not quite aligned on this. Things are changing, and I feel like people are feeling that. Maybe it's subtle, but you're feeling the changes there, or things just seem different, like they're never going to be the same again. But I feel like we need to embrace and understand, yes, things are never going to be the same again, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be worse. In fact, they may even be better. So enjoy your magic. understand your magic, believe in your own magic, and then let it grow. Let it be part of your community. Yeah. Show your generosity. Show what it is that, you know, you're grateful for. Be present in that moment. So when I said before about, like, you know, when you get to a point in your relationship or a point in your job and things, and you're like, I'm bored now, or it doesn't mean you've got to move. And it's funny, we've got Rado here. This is all about changes of direction and movement. It doesn't mean you have to move. It just means there has to be maybe a shift in how you go about things. But for you today, that shift is about generosity. That shift is about, okay, instead of me pulling away, what can I bring in more? And allow yourself to do that. And that's what Rado is suggesting here, is it is time for movement, but that movement doesn't mean running away. We've got 555 on the clock there as well, change. But I feel like this is more an internal change rather than an external change. Knas has been the energy riding over the past couple of days. It's illumination. We would have had dark moon last night, which is dark moon is like the final push of release from the full moon. And in this energy, we're looking at really seeing in the dark. You know, you've actually found the light switch. You've managed to put the light on and you're like, oh, okay, that's what I was stumbling over before. Well, I ain't going to do that again because that hurt. And that's over there. Okay, I see that. And you're just accepting these things, but navigating your way through them now, rather than stumbling over them and letting them block the path. And that's aligning you with realizing what constraints you have. You know, what is actually blocking you from really feeling like you're being yourself. And for some of you, I feel like you are actually detaching from the things that held you in a place of not really feeling fulfilled in your soul. You know, that could be like relationships, work, anything like that. Some of you, the energy is about you actually figuring out what it is that you want. But instead of like destroying what you already have, you are being guided to, you know, maybe open up a little bit more about your needs in that situation. Yeah. So, I said, yeah, like you were going to answer me then. Perhaps you did. So, let's see what we have for you in the cards around this. What advice do we have for you on this new moon that can help you? Okay. Well, the advice is the Devil and the Nine of Swords. The advice is get out of your fucking head and get more into your feels, because there's something that's still blocking you that's a fear. There's a fear of temptation I'm getting from this. You are fearful and are not trusting yourself because you think that you can't be trusted, is what I'm getting from this. Like, that's maybe why perhaps you've made a lot of changes through your life. Maybe you've changed jobs frequently, changed relationships frequently, because you don't really want to hurt anybody, but you also don't really want people to get to know you, or you struggle to let people in. Let's see what advice we have for you on that then. Yeah. So this is actually asking you to expose your secrets. It's asking you to express in this new moon, get comfortable with the change of allowing people to really see clearly your secrets. Illuminate this. Knas. Illuminate this. Let people see you fully for what you are. Okay? This is Hecate. She is a goddess of witchcraft, and she stands at the crossroads. And she will say to you, which way are you going to go? What are you going to do? At the moment, you are stood at that crossroads and you don't know which way to turn. So you need that light. Follow the light. Follow where it leads you. And with it, through generosity. Be generous enough to let people in to you. To let them see who you are. And that is going to be filling up your cup. That is what's going to fulfill you. That's what's going to fill that gap of need that you are struggling to fill right now. Okay? So this is your new moon message. If that resonates with you, please do get in touch for a full personalised reading. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.